Hey guys, welcome back. I have a new bag on the table for review today, and that is going to be the GORUCK M23 21 liter in Dyneema. I would like to say this is one of GORUCK's more premium offerings. However, it seems all their bags are now in that threshold nowadays. This specific bag's main draw is the material it's made out of, which in this case happens to be this very technical and high-performing Dyneema material, which is actually touted to be stronger than steel. First up, some background over this interesting material. Dyneema is a non-woven composite material used in high-strength, low-weight applications. It is constructed from a thin sheet of ultra-high molecular weight polythyrene laminated between two sheets of polyester. It is used in various applications that call for a fabric with a high tensile strength but low weight is desired, such as sails and ultralight backpacking equipment. It was first developed in the 1990s and can now be found out in the real world, unfortunately, most often coming with a rather high cost. Which, speaking of cost, this specific bag retails at a staggering $335 on GORUCK's website. However, during this most recent Black Friday, these were incorrectly marked down to $99 before that was corrected and moved back up to $175. Now, I've already owned this exact same bag, just in a different fabric. Earlier this year, I owned a aerobic nylon version of this exact same bag, the M23, and I sold it as I wasn't completely sold on the top loading aspect of the bag. However, a Dyneema bag from GORUCK for around $100, I added to cart without a second thought. Now that we have some background over this material, let's take a look at the bag itself. This specific model is called the M23, named after the year it was released by GORUCK back in 2023. This is GORUCK's take on a modern knapsack, a callback to an M1945 bag used by the U.S. military during World War II. This bag was a nice change of pace from GORUCK. It's one of their first bags that was not clamshell opening, instead substituting it for a top-loading, panel-loading design. This is also a rare GORUCK bag, as it actually has some interior organization and a water bottle compartment of sorts a little bit. However, this still carries some of GORUCK's trademarks that they're really known for, such as nice and beefy shoulder straps, YKK zippers with heat shrink zipper pulls, and a bomb-proof laptop compartment. This is also backed by GORUCK's excellent SCARS lifetime warranty, should you ever need anything within the life of this bag. This bag is made in Vietnam, and from my quick overview, everything looks to be in the right place. I didn't notice any loose or uneven stitching. Now I think it's time we actually dive into the bag itself. This bag is coming in at 19 inches tall with a width of 14.5 inches and a depth of 7.5 inches. On the exterior, we have a small loop field that comes with an included GORUCK morale patch. We also have these two plastic fidlock buckles that give access to the main compartment, and they are actually nicely branded with small GORUCK spearhead logos. If we unzip the zipper here on the right side of the bag, we gain access to a generous front compartment. It is worth noting that there's absolutely zero interior organization in this front pocket, so this would be a good place to store either a small rain jacket, a pouch, or a beanie. And this pouch runs the length of the front of the bag. If we take a look at the zipper just opposite of that right zipper, we can pull this down. And this actually gives you access to the main compartment of the bag without having to undo these fidlocks. It's a really nice addition to the bag, as you can easily and quickly grab something for the main interior compartment of the bag without having to go through the trouble of undoing these fidlocks. If we flip the bag over, we can first notice the small and padded grab handle. I will say this is not the best grab handle by any means. It is pretty tight and not overly padded, but it will do the job. It is made of some nylon with some light padding underneath, and that's a big emphasis on light. Moving down to the shoulder straps, they're pretty nicely padded. As you can see, it comes with a included branded sternum strap. And in my experience, GORUCK has some pretty comfortable shoulder straps. However, you will need to break them in a bit, as they're rather stiff, brand new. We have this nice slick back panel, which is very little channeling for airflow, but with this slick backing and overall this bag being pretty lightweight, I wouldn't complain too much about the back panel itself. Folding over these shoulder straps, that gives us access to the bomb-proof laptop compartment. And I will say this laptop compartment is also suspended, so your laptop will not be hitting the bottom of the bag. This is also where you would access the plastic frame sheet by this Velcro flap right here, should you need to remove it or modify it. While we're still at the back of this bag, you can see these two zippers on either side, left and right. Starting with the left zipper, this gives access to a very long pocket that runs the entire length of the bag, and it's pretty narrow. However, within this front pocket, we actually do have two interior organization pockets made of this stretchy mesh. I would personally use this pocket as an admin pocket to store your quickly needed items due to this interior organization. I would either store your keys, wallet, headphones, etc. I mainly say that if this is one of the only pockets in the bag that has its own interior organization. Moving on to that right zipper, this also gives way to a long, narrow pocket, much like the one we just looked at. However, this one is lacking any internal organization and is instead lined with a stretchy, slick fabric. I believe this pocket would most likely be your water bottle pocket, but it is worth noting that anything you add in here will eat in the dimension of the main compartment due to the stretchy material. Still, it's nice to see GORUCK finally add a water bottle pocket on one of their bags, so I consider that a win. It is also worth noting that both of these zippers are covered with this nice little rain flap, so these pockets should be pretty water resistant. Now that I think we've covered most of the exterior of the bag, we can finally open these fidlocks and take a look inside. To open the fidlocks, you can either pull out or up, and these are magnetic, so they're pretty easy to open. Opening this front flap, we have this really nice mesh admin pocket right here. This is a very large pocket, and it actually includes a small plastic key leash. I really do like this pocket, but I have a love-hate relationship with it. I really like it due to its size, and you can store a lot of stuff. However, it is worth noting, to access in this pocket, you have to manually undo these fidlocks every time. I wish there was a small access right here with like a small zipper to get in here, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. To access the main interior, we have this small drawstring in a plastic toggle, and you either open and close this top lining. With this lining open, we can take a look in the inside of the bag. We have another zippered mesh pocket that runs the width of the bag here, and the only other interior organization is an elastic tablet sleeve underneath that. And that tablet sleeve is actually also suspended from the bag, so I would not fear about putting an iPad in there. Other than that sleeve and this mesh pocket on that back wall, the rest of the bag is basically a black hole. So you can fill it up however you desire. Now that we've gone over the bag and some of its features, I think it's time to go over some of my final thoughts. Ultimately, I think it's a pretty solid and robust bag coming with a really nice space-age material. I really like all the pockets in the layout, even though I'm more of still a clamshell opening guy. I will say this bag comes in with a $335 price tag, which is just kind of insane for me. I personally cannot imagine paying over $300 on this particular bag. After having it in my hands for a couple days, I think it's around the $200 price mark. I think this is a $200 bag all day long, and I wouldn't pay more than that. So if you're wanting one of these, just keep your eye out in the secondary market. I'm sure you'll see a deal that floats along. So guys, thanks for watching my walkthrough and review of GORUCK's M23 bag in Dyneema, and I'll catch you on the next one.